Wow. First of all, I just want to say that the speakers who've gone before me have already done a great job in kind of leading into a little bit about what I'm going to be talking about and sharing with you tonight. Because we've had an introduction from a woman who's training to be an interfaith minister. So we've had a lady who's connected to God. And that's what I consider myself to be, a lady who's connected to the divine. We've also had a couple here talking about love and intimacy and relationship and really radiating their love for us all to see. And they've introduced you all to the concepts of masculine and feminine energy, which are the concepts and the energies that I work with in Tantra. And then we've just had that beautiful story that's really touched and opened all of our hearts. You know, as you were speaking just now, I was sitting there thinking, shit, I'm going to have to go on the stage in a minute and get everyone talking about sex. And here he is telling this story that's really heartrending and moving, and that's going to seem inappropriate. But actually, it's not at all inappropriate. Because Tantra and sacred sexuality and my own work as a priestess of love and sacred sexuality is completely about truly connecting to our hearts and living from that space of being open to the world and feeling from our hearts and connecting our hearts to our sex. Great. So when people hear the word Tantra, they often think, you know, it's all about this, or it's all about the Kama Sutra, right? They sort of think that people are going to go and have a load of orgies in a room and everyone's going to get their kit off and have sex with each other. That's not my understanding, although that might be one expression of or interpretation of it in the world. But let me just backtrack a little bit to tell you why I do what I do as a sacred sexual priestess and Tantra facilitator and why I'm so passionate about it. Emily's back there right now telling me to shake my boobs. You're so funny. When I was a little girl, I used to go into the woods, take off my clothes and run around naked. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. I was free and innocent. I loved myself. I loved my body. I was obviously feeling my sexual energy as an innocent young person. And we all are born with that sense of innocent aliveness within us. And somehow, somewhere along the line, it gets deadened and cut off. After that, when I was a teenager, I became a born-again Christian. And I was really into God in a big way. However, God told me that I could not have sex before marriage. And I found that really difficult. I had this secret life going on where I'd be masturbating like crazy and reading my dad's pornography under the covers. And then I'd go to church and pray and sing and feel really guilty about it. Well, I was so happy after 2 marriages, lots of lovers, and a complete breakdown. Well, not a complete breakdown, but coming really to the pits of the earth to discover a thing called Tantra, which brought these 2 things together for me finally, the divine and the sexual. Wow, finally I could be everything that I am and feel true and authentic in myself as a woman who loves sex and a woman who loves God. Woo! The divine source, whatever you want to call it, and who's able to bring those 2 together in her body and share with others how to do that and how to be that. To feel so vibrantly alive and ecstatic in my being that it's like I'm making love with life. Don't you want that? Wow. Yeah. Yes. Because all of life for me is sex, in the sense that, I don't mean fucking from here, I mean, if we take the masculine and feminine principles as their ultimate, masculine being supreme consciousness, feminine being the energy that creates all of life, That interchange is happening, that dance is happening around us all the time. If we just open to it, see it and feel it, it's there. And once you're able to get to that place of feeling it, life becomes ecstatic. Life becomes ecstatic. Being becomes ecstatic. So let's just do a few things so you can get an experience of what I'm talking about, because I didn't really come here to talk. You asked me to do something experiential, didn't you? I just got a bit carried away. Sorry. Okay. So why doesn't everyone stand up for a minute? See, I always do this. It's a really good trick, because when I get a little bit nervous, I'm excited and I'm nervous as well. What I do is I shake, and it helps me to release this nervous energy, but it also wakes up my sexual energy. So what we're going to do is just like stand, like ground yourself in your feet, have your feet about hip width apart, and just give your body a little shake like this. Yeah. Soft. Yeah. Yeah, and then we're going to make some sounds like. Okay. Do we already feel a little bit more alive? Yes. A little bit more vibrant, buzzing. Okay. Now. So sexual energy, Kundalini, which is what I work with in Tantra and Kundalini Yoga, is an energy that sits in your perineum. So it sits down in your base. If we are able to connect to that energy and wake it up and move it through our bodies, we're able to connect the sexual with the divine. All of that needs to come alive. So quite often in life we cut these two off. So how about we take some deep breaths? That wakes us up. It wakes our sex up. It wakes our body up. Take a full deep breath in and feel as if you're breathing that breath all the way down to your sex center. That's it. Take the breath in, breathe all the way down to your sex center, and breathe out, release through your mouth. And again. Can you feel anything coming alive? Breathe in. Down to your sex and out through your mouth. Even having that intention can create a little bit of awakening. Just having the intention. Breathe again deeply. And exhale. Or one more time. Down to your sex. Great. Lovely. Let's just give our hips a little bit of a movement. A little bit of a wiggle. A little bit of a wiggle. This is the feminine movement. The feminine moves in spirals and circles. And we all have both, right? We all have masculine and feminine within us. So let's go to the feminine first. Let's get our hips moving and our spine. Lovely. Ooh, lovely. Hey. It's got a great inner feminine going on here. Love it. Love it. And now let's just see how the masculine moves in our bodies, which is a little bit more linear. It's a little bit more like this. Breathe out. Great. Close your eyes. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice how you feel inside. Close your eyes. It's easier to keep breathing. Relax. Don't do it when you want to go to. Keep breathing. Relax. Okay. Okay, great. Now we're going to start to make a sound. We're going to start humming like this. Hum. Keep going. When you finish, take a deep breath and hum again. Hum. Feel the sound vibrating at your heart center. That's between your nipples, behind your sternum. Feel that sound vibrating from your heart. Hum. And again. Hum. And inhale. And exhale. Feel your heart center. Bring both fingertips onto your heart. Sorry, fingertips of both hands onto your heart center. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, open your eyes and move your hands away from your heart as if you're opening your heart to the space. Breathe in. Close your eyes. And as you exhale, open your eyes and open your heart to the space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open your eyes and your heart to the space. I'm going to do that a little bit more. This time we're going to open wider, but just be mindful who and what's around you. We're going to open more fully. And again, breathe in. Take life in. Take it inside. Take all of life in. Exhale. Open to life. Open yourself to life. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale. Open your eyes. Open your heart to life. And then just bring both palms together and bring them back onto rest onto your heart. So something about tantric practice and sacred sexuality is about the integration. It's about the unification of your masculine and feminine within and without, but we start within. So that all these issues that we have in our love lives, in our relationships, in our sex lives begin to change because we find that the other is us. So instead of always blaming the man or the woman, we begin to understand that they are also a part of us. We begin to understand that we are actually all one. And the oneness starts here in the heart. Just release your hands down for a moment and just turn to one person who's close to you. Don't say anything. And just see if you can make eye contact with them. If there's nobody close to you, and that's it, yeah. Find at least one person to make eye contact with. That's it. Now just see how it feels, and it's okay because it can feel vulnerable or funny or scary sometimes to just have eye contact without words. Stay in your body. See if you can really stay grounded in your feet and feel your whole body as you hold this person in eye contact. We're not doing a staring contest. We're just receiving one another. We're just receiving. See if you can allow your gaze to soften and just be received and receive the other. Keep breathing. It will help you to be able to stay here a little bit longer. Notice all the feelings that arise in you and just welcome them. It's just energy in motion. See if the next time you breathe in, you can breathe all the way down to your sex and still maintain eye contact. And allow any feelings that are there to arise, whatever they are. Your juiciness, your aliveness, your vitality, your sexiness, your vulnerability. Great, you guys find this really uncomfortable, don't they? And breathing again into your heart. Great. As you look into this person's eyes, just recognizing that this person is you. They're a mirror, they're a reflection. They're another soul, just like you. When we can truly understand this and live this, we're living in oneness, we're living in love. When we make love like this, it's a whole other experience. Thank this person. These people. How are we doing? Yes. Yeah. Oh. That's beautiful. We've got tears down here. Oh. Beautiful. Real. Really real. So I just want to wrap up what I've been saying by kind of just reminding you that this life is a precious gift and we only have now. And it's your choice how to live this life. But my path is a path of love and truth and ecstasy. No drugs. So I invite us all to truly say yes to our lives. You ready? So we're going to claim the yes in our lives. Full on. Ready? It's going to be like this. I'll demonstrate, of course, because you want me to go first, right? Yes! Ready? All right. We're going to say yes to our lives with all our passion, with all our sex, our heart, our whole body, everything. Let's put it in. I say yes to my life. Yes!